What's up? Before I start off the video, I just want to tell you guys about something. That means that this video is sponsored by DistroKid. If you don't know what DistroKid is, it's an amazing site that gives you a massive helping hand with releasing your music on platforms like Spotify, iTunes, etc. So since I know that a portion of you guys watching me make like music yourself, because that's like why you watch me, I suppose, I highly recommend you to check them out. So the way it works is that you sign up and purchase your first like musician starter pack for roughly like 20 bucks, and if you use my link you'll get like a 7% discount on your first year, as well as you're going to be supporting me in the process, so that's very nice. So if some of you are up for an easy way to get your music out there, I strongly recommend you to use DistroKid compared to other platforms who like charge you for way more for every release than DistroKid, where you just pay like 20 bucks a year and you'll get limited uploads as it states on the site. So if you ever wondered how you would get your own music on like Spotify, for example, I'd say this is the way to go. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, so I got a request on how to make full chords, like in my newest remix. If you haven't heard it, this is it. So I'm in my beautiful project right here. So this video is about how to make full chords, right? So I'm just gonna go through the layers and all the effects I used to make them sound how they do. So the first layer is just a massive with saw stacks. This is just a really simple super saw mega stack. So just plain saws first. And by the way, if there's any latency, it's because I gotta have so high buffer output size because it's very laggy. So just plain saws at first, and all the delay and stuff I'll go over later. And keep in mind in the massive that there's 2 on unisono on the voicing, and then I activate the pan position, so they're very wide, and yeah. And the second layer is serum with some more sauce and more detuning, along with some squares actually. So there's actually some square waves like really faintly in the background, along with some white noise, and then more sauce, of course. And what I like to do is detune them about the same, and then the second oscillator you put 1 octave up, and yeah, there's nothing in here, so it's just OTT and EQing on this part. And the next layer is some trumpets from Kontakt. This library called Trumpet Ensemble is from the Kontakt factory library. Yeah, so it's a little bit laggy still with the glitch tape stop there. So I did some automation here in order to cut out the reverb from the actual library, because the delay and reverb right now is just from the chords thing here, so I'll go over that later. The next layer is just another brass ensemble to make it hit harder, kind of. So there's a staccato brass hits on this one. Sounds really weird on this part. Yeah, so that's actually all the chord layers, these. And in the background you can faintly hear a square wave with hella reverb. As you can see, it's OTT and then reverb and then EQing like this. Then on the second part it's pitched 1 octave up. And then there's just a lead on top of the chords. It's a layer of this, which is the solid lead preset from Virtual Riot in his Serum Presets Volume 2. And that is layered on top of kind of angry sauce type of a sound. Yeah, so that's like this. It has its own things here. It's complicated, don't worry about this. Just this is the main stuff, don't worry about the rest. If you don't have Gladiator with the angry sauce preset, you could use something like this. It's a preset I got from Niptane. So if you ever had the Gladiator patch, you probably recognize this. There's some pads here from VR's pack, I think. Yeah, so that's actually the whole thing. And on the second part I added these small saw waves, which is a trick that Virtual Riot does quite a lot. It makes it more catchy or something, I don't know. And then there's of course bass fills and all that stuff. So the processing for the chords channel is just OTT, and the glitch stuff, which is from the tape stop here. As you can see, it activates. And then it's a glue compressor. Then we have a VR pitch delay, which basically there's a chain of a normal output and then wet outputs of the delay. So the pitch wheel pitches everything up 1 octave and then it puts delay on it, so the delay is like. The next is just a Valhalla Broom, which it looks like this, which gives it a lot of reverb. And yeah, there's a limiter. A part of this stack is of course the saw bass, which looks like this in the post and like this in the preset. Then add a sub, of course. There's a pitch wheel here, pitching the chords up like 3 semitones, so it sounds like much more dreamier. It sounds kind of weird when you play it by itself, but when you put drums on it, it's sidechained, so you can't really hear the artifacts that come out of this. In the end, to just fill in much more noise in the chords, just add a super wet like crash cymbal like this. So when you play the chords, you get kind of this hit on the beginning. So yeah, that's basically how I made the whole thing. So if you guys learned something from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.